Okay, so this is going to be a recap from my trades on November 12th, the day after my disaster day where I took a big loss. And the very last trade I took on this day, I made $1,440 in just under 2 minutes scalping Tesla. And I think this video is going to be good for two reasons. It just goes to show that sometimes you have a day, a few days, a week where you're just a little off. And this shows kind of the spillover of my issues that I had from the day prior going into this day. And just because I made money does not mean that I traded well. I'm sure people hear others talk about this all the time, and you got to think, I don't get it. You made money on the day. How could you possibly have traded bad? And after going through these trades, I think that'll clarify that a little bit more. So now let's get into the technicals. Top-down approach, always starting with the daily chart. I think the main issue that I've had is I've been trading Tesla, and it has not been that clean on the daily. I think I've just had this obsession wanting to try to catch a big move. And because of that, I've been getting chopped up a little bit. But some of the technical levels that I was looking at was 418.70, prior day's high. And then if you look on the right, the 5-minute chart, pre-market high, 420.73. So knowing those two technical levels, and now it's about waiting for Tesla to open and form some sort of pattern, an opening range break or a flag pattern, and try to get a good entry. And as you can see, as of right now, I am up on the day, but I'm definitely over trading a little bit. Took a quick long on Facebook for basically flat, tried Tesla long in this area, ended up having to get out of it with a loss. And then once it reclaimed VWAP in the short-term moving averages, I got long at 10:01 a.m. because this is mountain time, right around that 417 break, and took it for a very quick rip. So I got back green on the day. And now that Tesla cleared prior day's highs, I'm just waiting right here for this to form some sort of flag pattern, because if it gets through right around 420, high day being 420.48, and knowing that pre-market highs are above, I think that there is still a move to be had in Tesla. So bounced right off the 9 EMA, coming up to 420, trying to anticipate the break of the flag. I think anticipating has been getting me into some trouble, but I wanted to see that go through 420 pretty quick. A lot of times, waiting just like another minute or two can be the difference between trying to get in just on a wick. Like I feel like I was just getting constantly wicked into stuff like, oh, moved higher. And I was so antsy about needing to take advantage of the move that rather than letting it really set up and be really good, I was focusing on like every single move and every single tick. And that was just getting me into trouble. So hopped into 10 contracts, wanted to see that break this 420 pretty quick. This looks like an okay flag pattern. And if this gets below that 419, I just need to be out of this. So even though that wasn't the cleanest pattern, I did do a good job at getting out of it quick. The tape is not that aggressive. Remember, I really like to see the tape speed up, and especially when it comes to Tesla, I want to see it go almost instantly. But if this can get back over 420, I'm still thinking that this is in play. And knowing that high a day above 420.48, we break that, I think this has a chance to get above pre-market highs, and this dips right back below, and I just get out to be safe, because you never know. I don't want to be involved in a pullback because of all the prior reasons shown in the video where I took a big loss. And I'm getting ready to take another trade on this. So this is showing that I'm just paying attention to every little tick, a little too much, but right around that 420 is what I'm thinking. If it can get through that, and there's that possibility of breaking that pre-market high. And that was just a really poor entry. I mean, all it really did is just move up a little bit. So not the best entry. I really need to just let this develop a little bit more. I wanted to see that get through 420 fast. It's not doing it. So rather than doing what I did the day prior, the moment that this starts to show some weakness, I need to just be out of this trade just to be safe. I can always reevaluate if it sets up again, but I don't want to take a huge loss like I did before. And as this starts to come down to 419, just not going as quick as I wanted, I get out of the trade. So even though I'm definitely over trading this, the positive is at least I'm getting out of them quick. So I'm not holding it like I did prior. I'm giving it a chance, seeing if it'll work, and it's not going, and I'm actually getting out of the trades when they don't go in my favor pretty quick. So at least that's a good thing. But I still think that this is in play. Now, having a few more candles to make a decision off of, had I just been patient, when this gets through 420, I think that this looks really good. So almost waiting for that confirmation now rather than trying to constantly anticipate. It's close to the 9. Now it's nice and tight, approaching that 420. I get long again. So there was a little bit of size on the offer. Now I just want to see it get through it. It got right through it. And knowing that pre-market highs is 420.73, and that was a nice clean flag pattern, I'm hoping that Tesla can have some nice follow through, and the tape is starting to pick up. 420.80s, right through pre-market highs, 421 whole number, some offers there. Want to see it get chewed through like always. A lot of orders going off 421 right through it. Nice, so got through the whole number. And now just trying to ride this for some momentum, and then the moment it starts to slow down, that's when I'll start to take it off. But we just broke pre-market high, so I want to give this a chance to get a little bit of a run. Coming up in the 422, there's some size on the offer. So just trying to be a little patient, but I'm in the driver's seat. So if this can get through 422, I think that it's got one more push higher. So I don't want to be stubborn, but I do want to give it a chance because we just broke pre-market highs in out of that tight flag consolidation. And we're kind of hanging out right around 422. That candle opens right towards the high of the prior candle, breaks through it. Nice new high a day. Tape really starting to speed up. Got a very nice move from that entry. And it starts to get weak, and I just finally take it off and ended up taking it for a very nice move. So as you can see, I made money on the day. And yes, it feels good to make money. But look at my trade log. That is not my normal style. I'm usually trading a lot less, and it's right around that 1 to 3 range. I think I took like 6 trades on this day, and a couple of the times was just overthinking it and getting into every little tick. So that just goes to show that yes, I made money, but the trading was not that great, because had I just been a little bit more patient, I really could have taken probably 2 trades on Tesla right around the 417 at about 10 a.m. and then waiting for a little bit more consolidation and the actual break of the flag at 10:11 and get that nice follow through move, which would have been for 2 really nice winners. So I kind of overexhausted myself. And had I not done that, I probably would have made closer to like $3,000 on the day, which is the difference in your monthly P&L. So even though it was a bit of a disaster, I'm glad that I came out on top. And that last trade that I took, I made $1,440 in just under 2 minutes, which is pretty awesome. But regardless of the money, let this video be a learning lesson that just goes to show trading is tough. You're sometimes going to have a few days or a week where you're just a little off. You take poor trades, you overtrade, you let emotions take over, and you just screw up. The only thing you can really do is just accept it, try to realize what those issues are, maybe have a group that you can connect with and talk about it, and then just do your best to try to get back on track and focus on the basics and control those emotions, because we all have them. I've been doing this for a while, and this week clearly exposed that I let them take over and I made really bad decisions. I think the key is just not letting it be detrimental, right? If you lose some money, whatever, if you still have an account to where you can play the game and you're still alive, that's the most important part. It's those detrimental losses that are a serious issue and you want to avoid at all costs. And that's why this job or career is extremely difficult, and it's always good to try to have more than one income source and not have trading be your only income, because that pressure is tough to deal with. And that's it. Those are the trades on Tesla. Hopefully you enjoyed the trade recap. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you later.